Hello,
Hi.
Son. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Fantastic.
So my
Are
name
you a
is
mother? Happy Mother's Day.
yes. No, not quite, but yes. My kids have a habit to
Okay.
celebrate Mother's Day. I think it's important too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
What's going on? You got a question for me?
Uh, just a short introduction. Firstly, I
Sure.
thanks to We Create and Miss Hoài from We Create that I've known you and I've heard a lot about you before I came here. So yes, I'm excited to know about you. So yeah, we will enter the part of question and answer directly now.
Yeah,
You
here. How about if you do this for me? Tell me what your product and service is. Who's your customer? How do you make
yes.
money? 30 seconds. Go.
Okay, so my product is the kit for rapid detection of all disease. So our newest product is the test kit for the COVID-19,
Hmm.
which based on on a new technology, which name is LAMP. So it's between the PCR and so it's as accurate as the PCR, but the equipment for that is much simpler. So as far as we know, there are very few groups in the world who can master this technique. But our group will find a secret for this. So yeah, I'm excited with our new product, and we would like to enter the US market and also the EU market at the moment, because I know that there are huge demand now in the world.
You've got kits. Let me clarify. You've got kits you've
Yes,
developed with a special secret
yes,
recipe of yours that identifies COVID
yes, and it's simpler.
and other diseases.
That's true.
Is it
Yes,
does it
and
identify
another disease.
other diseases?
Yes,
Corona strain. There's a lot of coronaviruses, not just the one we're dealing with right now.
it could be. It could be.
Could
So
be.
as far it's like the PCR. So we just need to develop, the small pieces to the primer for this. It's just like the PCR, but just is the equipment is much simpler. So basic. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Were you developing this before COVID-19 came out?
Yes, we have developed for at least and commercialized successfully for at least 16 kind of virus and also bacteria. For example, the virus for the flu virus called H5N1, H1N1, and the other is for the swine, the African swine virus. We also developed it's based on the same background technology.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we already validated our kit in in Vietnam, and we already get the permission in Vietnam for the kits. So with the accuracy and the efficiency is 100%. So yeah, it's is as is as accurate as the kit from BioLine or from England.
What's your capacity for manufacturing? I know manufacturing is significant there in Vietnam. What's your capacity to ramp up? I just want to gain a little bit of understanding. Like if you have 10,000, can you a day? 100,000. How many kits can you manufacture a day with your
We develop. We're manufacturing 15,000 kits at the moment, because based on the material that we have to collect from other country. That's the only problem. But for the manufacturer, we can reach until 1 million tests per day.
You can grow up to 1 million per day.
Yes, for tests per day.
Okay, let me ask you some more questions. First of all, congratulations being your timing.
Yes.
You're saying that the Vietnamese government is now using your kits for testing in Vietnam. Is that correct?
Yes, no, they're not using yet, but we get the permissions that it could be used.
Permission.
Yes.
Have you been in talks with any other organizations like WHO, World Health Organization, or any other global body who would be also a purchaser?
Yes, we're submitting the profiles for EU for the EU marking and the FDA and the WHO at the same time. So the AU, the CIVD marking, we are waiting for them now, and it could be quite early in 1 or 2 weeks, I think so. The FDA, we are submitting the files for them.
You're doing it right now. You've submitted to the FDA in the U.S.
No, we are preparing. But it's the same principle as the the AU, and we are submitted for the AU already, and waiting for the results.
You know, my first thought goes to how do you accelerate this, right? How do you jump over? Because right now there's an opportunity to leapfrog over the traditional slower step-by-step processes that have been in place to approve these type of tests, particularly
Yes.
the medical. I'm wondering, through Khoi and the connections she has with the U.S. Embassy, if they would be there in Hanoi, if they would be a good resource to help facilitate, help socialize that you've got a strong testing product and it's something worthwhile, and would be able to make an introduction to somebody within the FDA that would help move it faster or rise it up to the top in terms of their ability to integrate it and start making purchase orders for the product, your test kits. Have you talked to?
Yes, that would be. We already reached out for some embassy, and also the other through the Find webpage, etc. So we use different resources to reach out, and if through Ms. Hoai, Ms. Hoai, we can get another top level, it could be even better. But well, I think the main issue here is the the provider of the base materials, because everyone is chasing them now. So we have some secret that is not used a lot by another test developer like in the PCR, but the other we share with them. So it's still in shortage now everywhere in the world. So that's the only problem. So because the high demand, so we have some order already, but well, it's really the logistic part and
right.
the other part.
So
the producer. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So
the producer for us is like, yeah.
The material, the key material, which is like some rare earth material or some material that allows for this test to take place, you're saying is in high demand, is limited access.
Yes, that's true.
How are you communicating with that supplier to lock down your portion and some guaranteed amount of this material so you don't run out?
So the producer for us, they have cash, so they have financial strength, so they can order in advance. But still, it's still slow, and we don't know for sure in the future how it's going. But we have very high demand or the order for about 100,000 more tests per day. So I think it's and the logistic is so slow as well. So we try the best from our capacity.
And this is a big issue I see in a lot of different not kits, but specialty products that require a certain particular ingredient that's hard to find, or it becomes high in demand, and then the price goes up, and then it becomes more difficult to negotiate, right? Which is happening now, right?
That's true.
And so now it's harder to lock in your agreement with them, with whoever that supplier is. But what I would be trying to do, is locking into agreements with them or negotiating with those suppliers of that particular, whatever it is, that your secret ingredient, and make sure that you're collecting and and buying with your money, because that's a competitive advantage you have if you have that material and other people don't, right? If other people get that material, Amy, I wasn't drawing on the wall right now. I'm just thinking out loud here. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out with you right now what you could do to incentivize that person is providing that particular item to lock it down, so that you're at least covered in terms of any orders you have. Because you know, the sky's the limit here.
Yes.
More testing is going to take place. You really are in a really great position based upon being able to secure that particular secret ingredient, right? And so I would be putting your energy into that ingredient and securing that ingredient as much as you possibly can while you're still trying to get FDA approval, while you're still trying to get EU approval and all the different kinds of approvals, because they're going to be buying from multiple sources, these countries, right? And there's unfortunately not a united, it doesn't appear to be, you know, a global response that's coordinated. So each country is kind of fighting for each other. Gives you an upper hand, and it gives you an upper hand, and not to gouge or you know, do nefarious things, but you could charge a little more that could make up for and secure. Like you could charge a little premium, and that premium would go to make sure that you're getting that supply. So every time you get an order for 100,000, you know you've charged an extra 10, 15, 20%, and that money is specifically earmarked for going to that supplier. And that supplier has then a greater loyalty to you because they know they're getting, you know, their cut, if you will, of your kits.
I see.
So that's kind of my mindset right here. And I know this is not going to be easy, but I would work all your relationships you have, and anybody who can help influence those people who are those providers within your context, your Vietnamese context, which I know can be challenging sometimes because of the shrewdness of business that can take place there.
I see.
You know, right? And so, more than I do.
Yeah, I understand that.
But that's okay. I'll pause. What are your thoughts? Tell me what you're thinking now, because that's.
Okay, I have a short. Yeah, I know we have been short of time here. I have an issue. If we buy, indeed, the ingredient we must buy from USA. We import it from USA to Vietnam, and then we re-export it to USA. So it doesn't make lots of sense. Can we product just the rice there?
Okay, we didn't realize that piece. So, who can you partner with in the U.S. right now? Of course, it's big. You manufacture in the U.S. You have a great advantage. You can find a partner. So you're looking for someone to partner and manufacture the kits in the U.S.?
Yes, I would like to, and also protect our secret, because a few groups in the world have the secret. So I think of that, but I don't know. I'm hesitant between. There are another partner who proposed to us to open a company, but just for for distribution, not for manufacturer. So I'm just thinking.
I mean, so yeah,
maybe it takes more time to set up a manufacturing.
I think so. I think
in USA.
What I would try to do, is I would try to find a medical manufacturing partner. This is what I would look for. I'd look for an up-and-coming business, one that wants to compete with the bigger players in the U.S.
Yes.
Do a little research. I don't know who that is right now, but somebody who's hungry, who's in manufacturing test kits of all kinds, and has facilities to retool to start manufacturing your kit. They would be hungrier.
Okay.
They would be more likely to be aggressive because they're trying to grow and they're trying to take on some of the bigger players versus partnering with a bigger player. And I like to call them Darth Vader. You know, they can be like Darth Vader, the bigger players. And so you'd have a more loyal partner, right? By going with someone smaller. And you may be able to find somebody from your networks who's Vietnamese in the U.S. Look in San Jose, California, right? Large population. My guess is somebody in there is connected and you all of a sudden are playing within your own cultural context and can create a new relationship. And again, everything's about accelerating and expediting. Once the money starts flowing, you can set up your own company in the U.S. and go through that process and reevaluate how you want to go forward. But right now, to be able to take full advantage of the current situation and support those people who are in need of tests, because tests are still hard to come by, then you're providing a solution that people are going to want to be part of.
Yes. I see. Yeah, great advice. Great advice. A company partner right now, not too big, not too small, right?
That's right.
And they have
ones that are hungry. So what I'm asking you to look for is find a hungry, through your research, an up and coming newer business, or one that's become aggressive, has a new CEO. It's been latent, small business, but is hungry to see it grow. They're going to be in the same general mindset you're in, where a large corporation will be trying to figure out how to take advantage of you.
I see.
Not all large corporations, but
I see.
But generally speaking, I would think that's accurate. So
yeah, thank you. Great advice.
I think what I want to do is make sure we follow up. Let's follow up at some point. Amy will be in touch, and let's see what your progress is. If we can think of anybody on our end to help support, make an introduction to help facilitate and reduce the friction to get this testing kit forward, then I have another question now. Where is the special material manufactured in the United States? That you buy? You buy a material from the U.S., you import it back to Vietnam to make it. Where is that manufactured in the U.S.? What city, town, state? Do you know?
I have to check. It's a big, a global company. So I have to check again the ingredient where we get from.
You find out where it's coming from in the U.S. and then I would try to get as close to that material as possible to make it easier. So you're actually there. You can go drive over there and get it. You know what I mean? You're from your partner versus having to have it shipped. So you're trying to again. Think about how to reduce friction to get going and move faster, because you're in a prime position right now and you really need to be running. It just is the reality. You need to be running, get as fast and as much done as you can in as quick a period of time. I have a really wild idea. I don't know if you're watching out there, Shawnee, but you know, in the U.S., and you know, Purell became very popular as a sanitizer, privately owned company, right? It's a hand sanitizer.
Yes.
How they did that? One of the ways they did that was they put a Purell dispenser at the front of every elevator in the world, pretty much. Like everywhere you go, you know, there's a little Purell hand sanitizer you can get cleaned, right? Here's a wild idea, every gas station right now is struggling. People aren't buying gas. They could become a distributor and a place for people to drive up and get a test. So what's an existing physical asset that is in a really good location? I'm talking about the U.S. particularly here. And how you set it up and how you partner with gas station owners. And then they're providing these tests, and it's a drive up, they buy it, the people drive off. And all of a sudden, those locations become these kind of drive-through test, and gas station owners become COVID-19 test locations, and also selling masks and whatever, as sanitizers and other things. But all of a sudden, in my mind, I saw a Purell play with these tests where it becomes whatever your name is for your test becomes like a brand, and that's the brand test I want, and I can go get that by driving up to a gas station and getting my test. Wild idea, but interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
There's something to that.
Yes, very ambitious, but well, everything can happen at this moment. So
that's right. Yeah, so think big. Think about how you change it up, and it's not just the secret sauce; it's a brand. The kit's a brand. People want that particular brand of test kit. Yes. You know, I'm sure somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to have a special brand of test kit that the people are going to want, and it's just wow, what an interesting world we live in, eh?
Yes. Oh, I'm excited with your new ideas, and your wild idea is so bold, and I love that. And we want to do something with that right now. So, thanks a lot, for the suggestion.
Great to see you. We're going to follow up. I want to see what's happening and how
sure.
Into the U.S. This is exciting. Congratulations. Thanks for making the world a better place.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot for today.